Alright, everyone. Good job on completing all the elemental training and coming this far in your progression. I know that going through all of those basics of each elemental style must be a lot of information and should be enough for you to start to begin your journey on this path of dance mastery. Remember that all of these steps, all of these combinations, all of these techniques, all of these drills is simply to help you start to begin to create your own unique approach to dance. Because I'm not here to teach you to dance just like me. I don't want to create clones of myself. In fact, in the street dance world, it is looked down upon. It is a great virtue, a great characteristic to be creative and to be your own individual. But you can't truly be creative until you understand the ropes of the dance. And that is why I have helped build this course here. Also, now that you've learned all these different elements, all these different styles, how do you really tie it all together? Well, one advice I can give you is to remember that your dance is a story. If you think about it, all the different moves can be likened to a word. All the different combinations can be likened to a sentence. And stringing all your combinations together is your story. And if you approach your dance that way as a story, you start to think about how you can create a really good story in your dance. So all stories have a scenario, a theme, or rather, a beginning, a middle, and an end. So think about that. Think about how you dance. How do you want to begin? How do you want your middle to be? And of course, how do you want to end? You don't want to just end your dance, all the beautiful movements that you did, and just walk off on stage nonchalantly. You want to end your dance with a nice oomph, with a nice powerful pose or a nice completed movement that helps integrate everything. That leaves your audiences much more enchanted and much more entranced, and they feel it inside. So, how do you tie it all together? How do you create a story utilizing all these different elements? Well, one thing I would like to think about is transitions. For your transitions are just as important as your moves, as all the different techniques and combinations. How you move from one element to the next element is the key component of how you tie everything together. But transitions is where you come in. Transitions is how you create your own unique approach to the dance. How you flow from one wave to the next wave or one touch to the next robotic move is really up to you and also up to the music. Really listen to the music and understand what is it telling you, what is it teaching you, what is it guiding you, how is it guiding you to move in the way you move. And there you have it. Your dance is a story. Another tip I would like to give you guys is don't try to master all these elements at once. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of stuff to learn. And for me, I'm still on the path of mastering these different elements. But as you start off, take the time to really try each of the elements. But in essence, after your journey, find which one you really loved the most. Find which one that really called to you, that really spoke to you. And follow your heart's natural inclination. Whatever it is, whether it be practicing purely waving, becoming a waver, or becoming a tutter, or a roboter, or boogaloo, or pure footwork style. Choose one of them and go for it. Really hone in on it, or two of them at least. But don't go more than two at first. Really just try to master what you feel naturally inclined to be good at or that you just love so much. And love is really the fuel that empowers us to practice every day, to train hard, to have discipline, to really go and take our time and energy to really master this craft of dance. Is you have to love it. You have to find your love for the dance. Your love will fuel you, not just through this dance, but through all of life. Love is the greatest motivator that I find to be much better than fear. And so those are my 2 cents on how you can start to tie it all together. Another thing is to remember what we talked about in our yin and yang principle of dance. Think about how you can groove in between all the different moves. Think about how you can create the story and the dance of yin and yang. The yin and yang principles will help teach us how we can tie it all together into an effortless freestyle flow. Take each style and practice them one by one, one at a time. Take the time to go deep into each style to really understand it. Don't just copy these movements that I taught you and just go with it and just have that as your dance, but rather take these movements and understand the principles behind these movements and how you can start to create them on your own. Really explore, play a song that reminds you of waving and just really explore waving, or a song that reminds you of robot and really explore robot. These are just blueprints and guidelines to help you start to create your own freestyle, because ultimately it's to help you find your own true honest expression, how to develop your own fingerprint of your dance. And that, my friends, I hope that we all achieve. Thank you.